you guys are the players. That's why we're doing this segment. How do you come out that flat for that long in a game that, to me, should still matter? I get it's not the Super Bowl, but you're playing your division rival who put up 52 on you back in week 2. Your head coach made the decision that we're going for the 2 seed. Everybody's playing. It's a rivalry game. It was just stunning to me how flat the Bears were. I don't know which one of you guys want to start, but it just was stunning to me.
Well, where do we start? Listen, one of my keys to the game was find a way to contain St. Brown and Gibbs, okay? Because when you turn on the tape, a high percentage of the throws go to St. Brown and a high percentage of the runs go to Gibbs. So if you know where St. Brown is aligned on the field, you should know what routes he's running. You should be communicating. You should be calling it out. But to see, and it's funny because you get into these pass downs, you're like, it's going to be a dig down the middle of the field.
Yep.
It's going to be wide open.
Yep.
And it was wide open. And it was St. Brown. A lot of the time it was St. Brown. And that is that's disheartening for me because we're getting ready to go into the playoffs next week. Okay, we saw those dig routes a week ago. They were wide open. We saw those dig routes tonight, and they were wide open. Yeah. They covered it one time. And ended up getting a pick.
Yeah.
Think about how many picks we could have gotten if we'd have covered it from the very beginning.
Right.
They probably would have shut it down.
And then Gibbs, right, he's got the Texas route. He's going towards the outside. What is he going to do? Put his foot in the ground.
Come back. He's coming back.
Acts like he has no clue what's going on. Wide open. Right there.
Right? I haven't even started getting into the linebacker undisciplined play. There's a lot of high lows, and we talk about those dig routes. High lows. We have 2 high safeties. We've got to have some help underneath. Okay? And if they're playing cover 2, that comes from your linebackers. Right now, that outside backer, we're not rolling with the deep. We're not looking up the dig. We're not doing anything except allowing it to them to round with speed and get into an open window. So, and the crazy thing is, it wasn't just the Bears. The Lions were taking the cheese too.
Yeah, they were terrible.
They were getting high load. We're getting high load. And so it's, to me, there's and we're at the point now where it's part of your fundamental. So on the field during the practice week, it's either being coached or it's being allowed.
It looked like it was just brand new to the guys. It seemed like they also weren't communicating. Cut splits and different type of formations dictate on how you should play.
Yes.
Right? So it just seemed like they weren't communicating, or they just didn't know, or they were just kind of just out there. Trips
away with Jameson Williams tight to the formation. It's always an alert for a route coming across.
Exactly.
So what you have to do right now, your corner, if he wants the help, he should say, hey, listen, tight. Hey, Jameson, tight. Alert the over route, or alert the drag, or the under, or the whatever you call it, the mesh. Okay. And right now, if I'm the hook player or I'm the free player inside, I need to get a reroute on him.
Right now,
I need to get a reroute on him. I need to help, and I need to make sure, even when I get that reroute, that he goes behind me to allow the corner that's covering to be able to continue the corner or to keep a tight coverage on him. But we didn't get any reroute, and he's running away from Jaylon Johnson, and what makes Jaylon look bad, but that's the hardest route for any corner to cover.
He's running away from you.
On the field, it's running away from you.
Especially a guy like Jameson Williams. Speed is his thing.
Speed.
He doesn't like when people get his hands on him.
Exactly.
It's shown it in times that he's been stymied at the line, is you get your hands on him. That's the only way you stop a guy like that. And you can't run with him.
You can't
run with him. He is a track star out there, so you got to get your hands on him. They didn't do it.
Starts with communication.
It's communication, and also the Bears have to just stop something. Stop the run, stop the pass, just stop something, or try to minimize it as much as possible. Again, there wasn't much of a pass rush, so Goff was in the pocket, just standing there free in a clean pocket and just delivering the ball right down the middle of the football field, one of the easiest passes to make. So one, you have to get pressure on the quarterback. So the fact that they didn't do that is very disheartening. And communication and formation and recognizing formations, it was just, look, we are a playoff team, and we're playing playoff caliber teams now.
Yeah.
So the defense has to step up.
I know. Listen, everybody has their own way of communication and everything like that. We had a system where we would call out like route concepts, and we'd call it based off of the team that ran it first. So there was the Viking route. We called the Titan route. There was the Denver route. And so when we got into certain formations, we would yell out, hey, alert, Denver, alert Viking, Viking. You know, these were things that we would always alert ourselves right now, and it would get us closer to where we need to be. There were a lot of plays, and to me, it's easier to read routes as an inside guy and an underneath coverage guy when you're in stacked position.
Yeah.
Both receivers are right there.
Yeah, right in your vision.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about an outside release, inside release. It's all right there. You can take a peek. You can get close to him, and you can feel him. If he starts to go in, you can sprint right now inside to stay underneath. I just see a real big breakdown of fundamental football.
Yeah, so fundamentals, especially you said, hey, stop something. The run, that should be a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
It does not take talent to stop the run. Marinelli said all the time, I can get a guy off the street, to play the run. So a lot of it's just staying in your gap. So many times where it's Jervon Dexter, Andrew Billings, Austin Booker, right, needs to set the edge.
Set the edge.
Peekaboo.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see TJ run through the gap, then hesitate?
And then hesitate.
And then
got beat.
If you're going to hit it, hit it.
Yeah,
and then on that same play, Austin Booker, he's a 9 technique, right? He's over there. Oh, it's coming. Let me look inside. Get the edge.
Get the edge.
They don't look like a playoff defense.
And then make the ball go inside.
So that's what I wanted to bring up next. Exactly what you just said. The head coach has been talking about good, better, best, and how they're going to play their best football going into January. Well, we're in January now, and I think you can make the same case on offense a little bit in certain areas. I mean, I don't think the quarterback played his best today either. Yeah. But defensively, this seems to be a longer, more sustained skid that they've been on. Like when Briggs was talking about on these post-game shows halfway through the season about Tremaine Edmonds looking like a Pro Bowler, and he was at the time. That wasn't wrong. That seems like it was so long ago.
Right.
If you could have picked one thing that I wouldn't have thought would have fallen off the cliff the way it has, it's the linebacker play. Yeah. And I just don't – I'm not trying to be overly negative going in the playoffs. I just don't see how the defense is going to all of a sudden pick up the pieces and fix this.
Oh. A week ago, we saw two teams that we had a shootout. All right? Both teams are going to the playoffs. And if you ask me about the playoffs, I said both teams exposed – what's going to keep them or get them kicked out of the playoffs because none of them play defense. Both teams came out this week and didn't put up many points offensively. The Niners got absolutely shut out, from a very good defense.
Right.
There are a lot of good defenses going into the playoffs. So you're going to get to a point where you're going to have good offense as well, but your defense is going to have to outplay the opponent's defense. And right now the Bears – I don't see them outplaying many defenses right now.
And by the way, the Lions' defense is not one of those good defenses.
No,
they're bad.
They're not.
Right.
Honestly, I don't really even know how to fix this defense. There's too many holes. There's too many holes all over the place, starting with stopping the run. Like, if you can't stop the run, it's hard to win in this league.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to stop that run and then create some pressure up front in the passing game. They're not doing that. And then just bad communication and bad eyes and bad technique. So if you look at this defense and you're trying to correct something, I don't even know where to start to correct it. And we're at a point where we are going into a playoff situation next week. We should be firing on all cylinders on defense, or at least we should be holding our hat on something positive with the defense. And there's nothing right now that I see.
Such, man, Rob Marinelli, I think he affected a lot of us in a lot of ways on a lot of different teams too. But during the season, especially when we were playing at our best during the year. We were number 1, 2, 3 defense, in the league. And he said, this is the time right now where shit starts to creep in because you're feeling yourself, you're reading your your technique starts to fail a little bit. Yep. We let a play that get away in practice, and this and that. He's like, now is the time where we don't allow yourselves to get bored. With your practice. We don't allow the stuff that we see all the time, we're going to get sharper at it. We have to get sharper at our fundamentals and our techniques because that is we're going to have to be able to fall on when we get down the stretch.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
That's what I'm seeing right now.
It's the little things.
The little things.
The little things that matter, the effort, right? Jaylon Johnson, when he gets beat by Jameson Williams, literally trotting to the ball.
Yeah, throttling it down.
Like, can you imagine doing that in Rod Marinelli's defense? Like, he would chew you out, spit you out. Like, literally, that doesn't happen. But stuff like that's creepy. You're making business decisions on hitting a running back or a wide receiver. That shouldn't happen.
You haven't even been out here the whole year. Come on.
Yep.
He might still be hurt.
Well, then don't be on the field.
Yeah.
Everybody hurt.
Well, yeah, there's and
It's football.
yeah, it's just too slow. Is really what it is. It's just too slow. Guys, I'll leave you with
that big bow leg over there.
this nugget from our GM Jake Flanagan, who apparently he knew it was coming today because this is what I woke up to this morning. Was this nugget? If the Bears lose to the Lions, which they did, it would only be the fourth time since the merger a team would win the division with a losing record in the division. And the Bears did finish 2-4 against the NFC North. The 1971 49ers went 2-4. The 1982 Packers went 1-2 in a strike-shortened season, so that wasn't even a full season. 2010, the Chiefs went 2-4 and won the West. So
that's a bad record to be a part of.
In 2010, you said in 2010?
2010, the Chiefs went 2-4 and they won the AFC West. That's the last team to win a division.
In that year, I think they.
The funny thing about that is every year we have some team that wins a division like 7-9 or 8-8 or 8-9, whatever the adds up to now. And you would think it'd be one of those teams, but here the Bears are with 11 wins, but in a tough division
in the playoffs.
Yep, they're in. They're the 2 seed.
Get an extra
Number
check.
2 seed.
They're the 2 seed. Gut feeling, and I'm sure you guys want to save a lot of this for later too on Brick by Brick, but just gut feeling right now. Bears Packers round 3. What's your confidence level, Zoom?
I'm still very confident.
Okay.
The Green Bay Packers aren't really that great.
Okay.
My confidence is high.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got high confidence. Playing them a third time, you're going to make the adjustments. I think it comes down to the offense starting fast. Because last time they played them, they drove all the way down the field. They had that high snap to Monungai, killed all their progress in that game. Right. So you got to start fast, opening score. I think if you're going to receive right away. If I'm the Bears this time.
Don't take the cheese. There's going to be a lot of cheese out there, all right? These Packers, they make some of the best cheese in the country, probably in the world. But guess what? It's stinky cheese, all right?
So you got to grade it. You know the grader.
Once you see a little bit of that mold on it right there, you got to grade it off.
A lot of cheese grater hats.